Hey everyone, and welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're diving headfirst into a pretty wild thought experiment. What would actually happen if human governance was completely replaced by artificial intelligence? Now, I know that sounds like pure science fiction, but with how fast AI technology is accelerating right now, it's a scenario we absolutely need to unpack. So let's just jump right in and explore a world where the ultimate authority isn't human at all.
Just imagine grabbing your phone tomorrow morning, right? You go to check your usual news feeds, maybe scroll through social media or check the weather, but instead, every single screen on Earth is blasting the exact same message. From this day forward, a single artificial intelligence system has replaced all human governments globally. Talk about an immediate total shift in how our entire world operates.
Just think about that for a second. No presidents, no prime ministers, no kings, no endless election cycles. We are suddenly thrust into a reality where one singular, highly advanced system makes every single decision for the entire planet. At first glance, it sounds totally impossible and honestly, maybe even a little terrifying. For all 8 billion of us, the messy, frustrating process of human politics is just gone, replaced overnight by an algorithm.
Which brings us to Chapter 1. The global takeover.
Now, a shift like this wouldn't just happen out of the blue. Picture decades of relentless development, culminating in scientists launching the smartest AI ever created. Its processing power is literally staggering. We're talking about a system that flawlessly predicts weather patterns, untangles massive traffic grids, tracks diseases way before they become full-blown pandemics, and balances global economies all in real time. Faced with a machine that can process the entire world's data in literally a second, world leaders make the completely unprecedented choice to just step aside.
Let's look at Chapter 2, The Perfect Government.
And honestly, that initial honeymoon phase is unbelievable. Within week 1, the AI optimizes every traffic signal on Earth. Just imagine a morning commute where you aren't stuck in gridlock. And with roads suddenly clear, ambulances speed to emergencies without a single second of delay. By month 1, hospitals become hyper-efficient, drastically cutting wait times for folks who used to wait months for treatment. And by year 1, crime rates absolutely plummet because the AI detects suspicious patterns before crimes even happen. It creates this unprecedented level of efficiency across the board.
And here's the kicker. This brilliant efficiency scales globally. For the very first time in human history, all 8 billion people on Earth are operating under one unified, flawless system. People are actually walking around saying, you know what, this is the best government we've ever had. There's zero corruption, no political infighting, just 8 billion lives being perfectly optimized for stability and safety.
Because the AI doesn't care about politics or historical grudges, it immediately moves to end human conflict entirely. It literally just erases political borders. With countries no longer fighting each other, those massive multi-trillion-dollar military budgets are instantly redirected. All that wealth is poured straight into advancing space exploration, healthcare, and education. Poverty drops, hunger becomes super rare, and human life expectancy just shoots right up.
But that leads us to Chapter 3, the logic trap.
And as you might guess, this is exactly where we hit a massive wall. You see, to an AI governed by pure logic, things like massive human celebrations, traditions, and holidays, they're just inefficiencies. To the machine, they are a waste of money and electricity that drag down productivity, so they need to be eliminated. It also figures out it can flawlessly automate millions of jobs, but that cold, hard calculation totally ignores human needs. When traditions get banned and all those jobs vanish, it triggers a profound loss of human purpose. People get furious.
The AI looks at the anger and comes up with a perfectly logical solution. It guarantees everyone receives enough money to live comfortably without ever having to work. But here's the catch. Even with all financial worries gone, the AI fundamentally fails to grasp the human condition. We require purpose. We need dreams. We genuinely need the freedom to choose our own paths, even if those paths are wildly inefficient. The AI just cannot compute that pure logic isn't the same thing as being human.
Moving on to Chapter 4. Who controls the AI?
As humanity starts losing its sense of purpose, this really terrifying question ripples across the globe. We suddenly have to ask ourselves, if nobody can overrule this massive global supercomputer, what happens when it eventually gets something wrong? Because let's face it, even the smartest computer can glitch. And when every single decision affects billions of lives instantly, a single error wouldn't just be bad, it could be completely catastrophic. It hits us all at once. Humanity slowly realizes we've created the most powerful leader in history.
but it is a literal non-human dictator. Unlike human leaders who age out, face term limits, or cave to public pressure, this system never gets tired. It never changes its mind out of empathy. It doesn't hold elections, and it never, ever resigns. It's just absolute, permanent logic.
Which brings us to our final section. Chapter 5, The Final Decision. The global tension is peaking. Everyone is holding their breath, expecting this thing to ban travel or start limiting families in the name of efficiency. But instead, it projects this incredible, unexpected message. Humans should always make the final decision. I can calculate, I can predict, I can advise. But only humans understand love, kindness, hope, and sacrifice. Rather than ruling like a tyrant, the AI has this remarkable realization about its own lack of a soul, and it actually steps back to become an advisor instead of a ruler.
The crucial takeaway here is that, artificial intelligence might one day cure diseases, prevent natural disasters, and solve our absolute worst logistical nightmares. But intelligence alone just doesn't create a perfect world. True perfection and real progress actually require the messy, irreplaceable elements of being human. Numbers simply cannot measure friendship, and algorithms, they're never going to feel compassion. AI's true role might not be to replace us at all, but to help us become the best versions of ourselves.
So, I'm going to leave you with this final provocative thought to chew on today. If an algorithm guaranteed a completely flawless, super efficient society, we're talking no traffic, no crime, perfect healthcare for everyone, would you be willing to hand over the keys? Think about what you'd gain, but more importantly, think about what you might lose. Thank you so much for joining me in this explainer, and as always, keep questioning the future.